Good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Emmerich, the head swim and dive team coach for the high school team. If you were here last year, you probably noticed that we have a few more participants this year than last. Our team has grown, and that's a great thing. I want to start off tonight, first of all, thank the Twin Valley Athletic Department. John, thank you. And to the Twin Valley Athletic Boosters for hosting us here this evening. This is our 5th year of competition, and we have to send out a special thanks to our sponsors, the Twin Valley Aquatic Club. They're the group that raises the money and provides us with the funds that we need to be able to support our high school team. Without them, we wouldn't even have a high school team. As you may know, we, along with lacrosse and wrestling, are self-funded teams. We receive no financial support from the school district. I hope that's something that can possibly change, and the district can find a way to make that happen in the near future. As for our season, I think I have to say the highlight of our season has to be the fact that for the first time in our history, we swam home meets. Through a partnership with the Tell-High retirement community, we now have a home pool to call our own, and we hosted 6 meets there this year. This created a pretty unique venue for us and the kids, and it provided us with a whole brand new fan base. You know, there's nothing like a bunch of rabid, screaming senior citizens cheering you on while you're swimming. Actually, it wasn't quite like that, but it definitely was nice to see the spectator area, filled with people that were up there pulling for you. It also helped to plant some seeds of friendship between young athletes and elder admirers who really love to come watch the kids swim, and we hope that that friendship and bond is going to grow over the coming years. In terms of our team's performance, I need to take a little step back in time because last year when we were here, we were just going into our district championships. We're here even earlier this year. We haven't even got to our league championships yet, and we still have our districts and our state meets yet ahead in March. We'll be swimming till sometime in mid-March. So last year when I stood up here, I never really got to share with you the results of our 2015 season. So I'd like to do a little bit of that before we get going with some other things here. As it turned out, 2015 at the district championships was a new high water mark for our team. We had 3 individuals, Taylor Ament, Hannah Schlegel, and Samantha Schlegel, who were all individual swimming District 3 champions in their events. Additionally, the medley relay team of Taylor, Hannah, Samantha, along with Rachel Gebhardt, finished 3rd at the district meet, and they followed that up with a 4th place finish at the state meet 2 weeks later in Bucknell. With just 4 individuals qualified for districts and states and only 2 relays, well, only one of which went to states, Twin Valley finished 5th overall as a team at District 3 in swimming and diving, and 9th overall as a team at the state meet last year. Not too bad for a team that was only 4 years old in high school competition. So this year, we're setting our sights even higher. We have a few more individuals who are qualified for the district meet, and we even have a shot. We're keeping our fingers crossed of getting 1 or 2 of our boys into the district this year. That's provided they swim really well this weekend, and we're hoping for that. And speaking of the boys, since we've started the swimming and diving team here at Twin Valley, we've had a hard time attracting boys to the team. And we've had a low number of participants on the team for most of the years that we've been in competition. And in swimming and diving, you need to fill lanes in order to get the points to really compete as a dual meet. In a dual meet, you have to have a lot of swimmers. This year we had 7 boys. That's about as many as we've had so far. But week in and week out, those 7 boys would get in the pool and they would compete. They would swim. And that competitive drive rewarded them back in early January when we went up against another team that just happened to only have 8 boys. And I'm happy to tell you tonight that this season, the boys earned their first dual meet victory ever this season. And they were pretty happy about it as well. In fact, they went so crazy, they decided they were going to throw their head coach in the pool, which they did. So if you look at my new hairstyle this year, you won't have to wonder, because putting up with a couple of these guys and a couple of their antics, it's not surprising I'm wearing this kind of hairstyle. As a team in dual meet competition this year, our girls finished with an overall record of 3 wins and 8 losses. In the process, they posted their best league record to date at 2-5, which included a first ever victory over Muhlenberg. They also established 3 new school records during their dual meet season, and they're poised to break a few more of those and a couple others during the postseason competition. The boys were 1 win and 10 losses overall, but as I mentioned, our low numbers kind of make it almost impossible for a team victory in swimming. You need to have the numbers. But they swam very fast in the competitions. Throughout the season, they established 8 new school records in the process, and let's not forget that 1 win that they had back in January. The boys team also had the only springboard diver, Derrick George, who not only provided our team with points for his diving, but he would also jump in and swim several of the swimming events as well. His specialty is diving, but he was always willing to jump in and help out on a relay or even in some individual events. And the league diving championships just concluded last weekend, and Derrick claimed a 6th place finish in the league championships last week. So we're looking forward to him making the cut in districts, hopefully moving on to states. He'll be hopefully diving in the district championship soon. So good job, Derrick. Now, as I mentioned, we have a fair amount of the season remaining. League championships, districts, states, and because of that, we've decided to sort of hold off on giving out our individual awards, our end of season awards, as we've done in the past. We'll do that at our own end of season team gathering a little bit later. But I do want to introduce our team members, and I want to let you know who our Varsity Letter Award winners are. And I want to especially recognize our seniors and our team captains, so I'm going to start with them. So when I mention your name, if you wouldn't mind, guys and gals, just take 2 or 3 steps forward so the audience knows who you are. First, I'm going to start with our seniors. Marissa Elizabeth. Marissa served as one of the girls' team captains this year. She's a 3-year Varsity Letter recipient. Great leader by example. Marissa has a great work ethic that's really going to serve her well in the future. Although I know right now she's undecided about the school she wants to attend, she does plan to attend college in the fall, where she's probably more likely going to play soccer than swim. She's a multi-sport athlete and a very good one, but it's been great having her on the team for the past 3 years. Our second senior is Connor Speary. Connor's also a 3-year Varsity Letter winner and the boys team captain. Connor was definitely the leader that everybody looked up to during the season. His fun-loving and high-spirited leadership will definitely be missed next season. Connor's also undecided about where he wants to attend college, but he's still weighing those options for the fall at this time. Our last senior is not here with us tonight. Sydney Amber Messick, also a 3-year Varsity Letter winner. Sydney's actually working at a pool. She lifeguards over at Tell High. She has her shift tonight, so she didn't make it. But she took last year off from high school swimming. Was dealing with some issues with her back. But she came back this year and rejoined us for her senior year. Glad she did. She always kept everyone loose and relaxed on deck with her special little dance moves prior to the meet. So we greatly appreciated that. Sydney's also going to be heading off to college in the fall. So that completes a clean sweep of 3 seniors who want to go to college. They don't know where yet, but all 3 of them are going to be heading off. So we have 2 other team members that are also 3-year Varsity Letter winners. They're both juniors and they're both team captains. First off is Tyler Blickley. Tyler served as boys team captain for the 2nd year now. He was his team captain in his sophomore year, again this year junior, and I'm sure we'll do it again next year as a senior. He's a great leader. We're looking to having him back next year for his senior year. Our other junior captain is Hannah Schlegel. Hannah's also, as I mentioned, a team captain this season, and Hannah was one of those district champions that I mentioned earlier. She's the defending District 3 champion in the girls 500 freestyle. For those of you that are counting, that's 20 laps. That's the longest race in high school swimming. I'd like to announce now our 2nd year Varsity Letter winners. So when I call your name, please step forward. I'm just kind of going to go through the list here. First, our juniors 2-year letter winners are Maria DeGuardo. I said 2 or 3 steps, not 1 step. Nicole Rusden and Catherine Schuff. We have several sophomores who are 2nd year Varsity Letter recipients. They are Taylor Ament,
Oh my God.
Taylor is one of those district champs as well. Taylor is the defending District 3 champion in the girls 100 backstroke. Other sophomores who are 2-year letter winners: Joshua Garber, Rachel Gebhardt, Grant Gaiman. He was waiting all day for that. And Derrick George. And finally, we have several first-year letter winners, and they're all freshmen. We have Adeline Amber Messick, Olivia Clayton, Gabrielle Greiser, Sarah Henry, Justin Monahan, Reagan Wittorff, Michael Walgamuth, and Rachel Walgamuth. So as you can see, we have 8 freshmen who are varsity letter winners this year. We have 5 more sophomores that are letter recipients. We definitely have the building blocks in place to continue growing our team and becoming more and more competitive each season. And now with this beautiful new facility at Tell High to call home, we're hoping that more athletes will be attracted to the sport of swimming here at Twin Valley, and maybe we'll have 2 rows of athletes like this next year, I'm hoping. It is an Olympic swimming year. We usually do get a bump in participation in Olympic years, so we'll see. In closing, I'd like to congratulate all the teams on their seasons this year and the successes that they've had. And I want to wish you well as you set your goals for the future. And I know this is the Winter Sports Award ceremony, but I need to give a special shout out to Coach Walsh and her state champion field hockey team. What a great accomplishment for our school. They've definitely set the bar high for the rest of us here at Twin Valley, in the Twin Valley Sports Arena, and they've given new meaning to the word Raider Pride. We in the swimming and diving team are hoping to reach that very pinnacle in our sport somewhere in the future. I also want to recognize my good friend and now retired colleague, Brenda Hoffman. I know she helped to build and re-energize the field hockey program. I know she's probably down in Tennessee somewhere whacking a golf ball around right now, but I know she's proud of each and every one of those girls. So once again, congratulations to them. Congratulations to all the team here. In closing, I want to say thanks again to John Giuseppe, the athletic department. Thank you to the sports boosters. Thank you to the Twin Valley Aquatic Club. And thank you to all of you in the audience who come out here and support our Raider athletes. You know, we certainly appreciate not only the financial support that you give our athletes, but also your spirit and enthusiasm. And your spirit and enthusiasm, when I say that, I mean your spirit and enthusiasm for scholastic athletics in general. See, I think that sometimes there are some people who don't recognize the tremendous value and benefits that athletes, that the sports ingrains in our athletes and our student athletes. And believe me, I've seen it firsthand because I've had a daughter that played scholastic and collegiate sports. And I know that watching her, these kids are learning tremendous values like teamwork, time management, goal setting, and the reward of hard work. So thank you to parents and supporters. I hope you continue to support all the athletic programs here at Twin Valley because we need your continued support, and we thank you for that support. Have a great evening. Thank you again, and hopefully we'll have some great news from the championship.